What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and I got a quick little tops list for you guys. Now that I have finally been able to beat Kingdom Hearts 1.5 Remix, I can now look towards the future on what I want for Kingdom Hearts 3. Now this is just a short little list of just personal things that I would like to see, and at the end of the video I would really like your thoughts on my list, or simply you can tell me a couple of things that you would like to see. Now starting off kind of simple with my number 5 on my list is I would like to see different playable characters. Now, this is something that they have been doing in the recent Kingdom Hearts games, but I would like to see this be done with its storytelling. Now, if you've played Kingdom Hearts 2, at the end of the game, you actually had an opportunity to play as Riku, and there were a couple moments where you could play as Mickey. And then if you go by Birth by Sleep, you were actually able to play as three alternate characters. And then if you played Dream Drop Distance, I hope I said that right, you could actually play as Sora and Riku and do 2 different campaigns. But what I want is I want the ability to play as multiple characters in one single solid storyline. I don't want to have to just keep switching from campaign to campaign. And to be more specific, I really would like to play as Riku, Kairi, and Sora. And just do what Mortal Kombat does, where if you when they go to another character, just flawlessly switch over to what they're doing. Don't just have me have to beat Sora and then see, oh, this is what Riku was doing at this point in time. Just have it one steady flow. Next thing that I would like to see is Final Fantasy Worlds. Now, for the most part, we have never actually been to an official Final Fantasy World. We've always just been going to Disney Worlds and seeing Final Fantasy characters incorporated into them. But I think it's about time that they balance out the playing field a little bit. There are several different locations in the original, I would say, 10 Final Fantasy games that I would love to visit, and even see some Disney characters take a visit to those locations. Like, what if we could see, I don't know, some Disney characters visiting Midgard, or maybe we should go visit the garden in Final Fantasy VIII, or maybe we could go to Luca, maybe see some characters play some Blitzball. That would be real fun to see. I would just like to see a balance. It always seems that Square takes their Final Fantasy characters and puts them in the background, and that's just the only thing about Kingdom Hearts that has kind of been throwing me off. It's like, it's a Square game, and yet you're putting Disney ahead of Final Fantasy. I would really like to see a balance of both Final Fantasy and Square and Disney. Next thing that I would like to see is a new opening song. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Simple and Clear from Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, no, 1, Chain of Memories, and I think there was another game that they did that with. And I like Sanctuary, which they use in Kingdom Hearts 2, 358/2 days, and I believe they used it in Dream Drop Distance. I may be wrong. Maybe they used something clean there. But give us a third song. It's been too long. It's been, what, how many years since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out? I mean, I know that they may make a 2.5 remix that's going to have Sanctuary in it, but for the third game, give us one last song. I really would like a trilogy of great Kingdom Hearts theme songs that I could listen to over and over again, and especially if they do an orchestra score of it. So that's what I would like to hear. Next thing I'd like to see is an older Sora. We all just saw a teaser trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3 at this year's E3, and as you can clearly tell by this image here, Sora is still wearing the same clothes that he did in Kingdom Hearts 2. And the funny thing is that I recently got a chance to really view Dream Drop Distance, or damn it, I can't get those 3Ds. What is a drop distance dimension something? Just tell me in the comments down below. But the funny thing about that game was that it looked like Sora got younger. And that always seemed a little bit weird to me. I mean, it looked like he was wearing his original clothes, but it had the ability to change colors like his limit forms in Kingdom Hearts 2. I really hope they don't do that. I would really like to see a much older Sora, like if he was 14 in 1, I think he was 16 in 2. Maybe we should bump him to 18, or dare I say, make him 20, so he's closer to our ages. And change his clothes. Like, maybe he doesn't need to always be wearing shorts. Like, maybe he could wear, like, a trench coat, or some pants, or something, or maybe even wear a hood. But just to see a progression in Sora's character and clothes style would be something really great to see, and a great way to cap off the Sora storyline. Which brings me into my final, number one thing that I'd like to see in Kingdom Hearts 3 is an end to the Sora story arc. Sora is great. Sora has been the main focus of the Kingdom Hearts franchise since 2002 when it first began. But I think it's about time that we look towards other storylines. I mean, I don't think that just focusing on this one character is the only way to really tell the story of Kingdom Hearts. And now that I think Sora's been the central focal point for the entire franchise, I think we should end his storyline, and then we could move on, or even reboot the franchise with a whole new character. Not saying I hate Sora. I'm not saying I hate these characters. It's just, you know, this is such an old storyline, and I would like to see an ending to it. I have no problems with reboots or reimaginings as long as you give me a satisfying ending to this storyline, and that is what I would want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3 above anything. Well, those are just my top 5 things that I would like to see in Kingdom Hearts. But tell me, what do you want to see in Kingdom Hearts 3? Please tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you like this video, please like, comment down below, and please subscribe to check me my future movie, video game, and video topics. And like always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.